Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so your friends see it. Thank you.
CNN tries to ban the term fake news for being used against them too many times. In recent years, CNN has been becoming known as one of the most mainstream fake news networks. They have taken a lot of offense at the term. CNN's Chris Cuomo claimed that a journalist being called fake news is the same as a black person being called the N-word. Now, CNN is trying to ban the term fake news altogether. CNN recently wrote an opinion article called "Ban the Term Fake News." When we use the term fake news, it is not only self-defeating, it oversimplifies a very complex problem. A year ago, this wasn't the case. The term actually meant something. It described a particular type of website that used the same design templates as professional news websites, but its contents were entirely fabricated, they wrote. But earlier this year, the term started to become meaningless. It became used to describe any piece of information that someone else didn't like. Increasingly, the term has become weaponized by politicians who use it to undermine independent journalism in an effort to reach the public directly through their own channels, they wrote. President Trump referred to CNN as fake news in a recent tweet. Fox News is much more important in the United States than CNN, but outside of the US, CNN International is still a major source of fake news, and they represent our nation to the world very poorly. The outside world does not see the truth from them, tweeted President Trump. Of course, when a liberal doesn't like something, they want it banned. Are you glad to see them on the run? In the middle of Vegas shooting, one fan stood up and did unthinkable to shooter. Every time when these disasters occur, you hear the stories of heroes who fight the gunman or act as human shields. There were certainly plenty of those in Las Vegas last night, but what this one fan did in the middle of the shooting is absolutely shocking. While the gunman was busy raining bullets down on the concert goers from the Mandalay Bay Hotel, a single fan stood up, threw his arms up, and started screaming curse words at the shooter. He didn't stop there, though. The mystery man even managed to stare death in the face and flip the mass murderer off while surrounded by bodies. Somehow, at least from the videos we have seen, the man taunting the shooter makes it out of the firing unscathed. Like I said in the beginning, this man is certainly not the same kind of hero as those who tend to others or protect them, but one thing that is for sure is he is brave. As a country, we must all summon up the same courage to fight back against assaults on our freedom like the one committed last night. Share this out everywhere and show we are not afraid. Seconds after being asked about gun laws, Sarah Huckabee Sanders silenced the media with one incredible sentence. Democrats have made no secret of their intentions after Las Vegas was struck with an unprecedented mass shooting on Sunday. Senators like Ed Markey, D. Chris Murphy, Democrat Connecticut, and Elizabeth Warren have all taken this chance to renew the debate over gun control laws. If you think that's completely and absolutely insensitive right now, you're not alone. Pressed about these issues early Monday, White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders told reporters exactly what needed to be said. There's a time and place for a political debate, but now is the time to unite as a country, said Sanders. She continued with something equally direct and painfully clear. Why would President Trump even begin discussing policy when all the facts of Sunday's shooting are yet to be revealed? I think there will be certainly time for the political discussion to take place, Sanders said. But that's not the place that we are in at the moment. This, of course, is in direct contrast to Barack Obama's statement on the matter, who also used this tragedy to spread his ideas for gun control even further. President Trump didn't address the issue of gun control in his response, simply because President Trump needed to calm the nation, not some politicians. Do you want a country run by the insensitive swamp, or a nation comforted and supported when tragedy strikes? Let us know and share this amazing moment with all Americans. Sources: thehill.com. Moments after blaming all Republicans for Las Vegas shooting, this Dem senator revealed crazy plan to take away guns. Just hours removed from the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history, and many politicians have already begun rallying for who's to blame. Unsurprisingly, certain high-ranking Democrats wasted little time in pointing the finger, but what Senator Edward Markey, D-Mass, declared publicly on Twitter is beyond ridiculous. The senator tried to mask his opinion as a call to arms for Congress, but it was impossible for most Americans to ignore his accusations towards the entire Republican Party. The epidemic of #gun violence in our country is not preordained. It is preventable. It is time #GOP stops blocking #gun control legislation, Markey tweeted. Blaming the GOP makes absolutely no sense. Was it the GOP who opened fire on innocent civilians in an act of premeditated horror? In reality, any push for gun control laws has to be a bipartisan effort. We learned this in 2013 when a Dem-controlled Senate rejected an improved background check proposal from the GOP. Apparently, Senator Markey has a very short memory, but it didn't stop him from letting loose on Twitter with an unbelievable course of action. Markey outlined his plan to start taking guns from a huge majority of Americans, regardless of who's actually purchasing them. In other words, Markey is fine with letting one bad apple spoil our Constitution. The man responsible for this heinous act is dead, and no amount of the blame game will change what he did. Instead of using this tragedy as a way to forward political gains, our leaders should be doing everything in their power to unite this country and its citizens. How do you feel about Markey's ideas? Do you think they're in the best interest of this country? Let us know and share this so the world knows who to support. Sources: thehill.com. You're about to be gutted like a deer, Huckabee shreds Lib reporter who said his daughter made a fake buy. The lightweights in the largely liberal White House press pool have run out of serious topics to criticize Republican President Donald Trump about, so instead they have started to invent ridiculous fake controversies. This happened recently over the Thanksgiving holiday break when American Urban Radio Network's reporter April Ryan accused White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders of posting a picture on social media of a chocolate pecan pie that she did not actually make. Tweeted reporter Ryan, "I am not trying to be funny, but folks are already saying #get and #fake show it to us on the table with folks eating it and a pic of you cooking it. I am getting the biggest laugh out of this. I am thankful for this laugh on Black Friday." Thankfully, Sarah's father Mike Huckabee hit back at the liberal reporter with a stinging response. Said the former Republican Arkansas governor to Stuart Varney on Fox Business News, "Let me tell you something. She's been making this pie for years. Makes them for friends, but here's the warning that I would issue." He went on, "Stuart, don't ever, and I mean don't ever, mess with a Southern woman and her homemade pies. It is as dangerous as when you hear a Southern woman begin her sentence with bless your heart. It means you're about to be gutted like a deer and just don't know it." He concluded, "It just shows how ridiculous the coverage has become, and Gate certainly should be over. I hope Sarah makes a pie and serves it to the press corps. Are you glad Huckabee called out this moron?" Joy Villa trashes Colin Kaepernick in a brutal rant. Everyone should stand for the national anthem. Singer Joy Villa first caught America's attention when she wore a Make America Great Again dress to the overwhelmingly liberal Grammy Award show. Ever since then her sales have boomed. Now she is back at it again with a video against Colin Kaepernick called "Everyone Should Stand for the National Anthem." The national anthem stands for freedom, even the freedom to do foolish things, like protesting the national anthem. But, like my mama always said, just because you are free to do the wrong thing, it doesn't mean that you should, said Villa. Starting in 2016, some professional football players have refused to stand when the national anthem is played before a game. Some of them kneel, some of them sit on the bench, some of them raise their fist, and some don't even come out of the locker room, she explained. This was all started by San Francisco 49er quarterback Colin Kaepernick. His idea was to protest the alleged mistreatment of black people by police and by America in general, she explained. I like football, and I sing the anthem publicly at events. This doesn't make me an expert, but I've got a problem with some things here. First, the protest is based on something that just isn't true. And second, even if it were true, the protest is misdirected and self-defeating, she said.